So what they do is they constantly fire the top 20% and the bottom 10% and then keep the middle 70% until to a point where they couldn't fire anything on the top and anything on the bottom. Trial and errors, because it's all human work. So there's not really a right or wrong, right? When you are doing an interview, immediately you're like, oh man, this person's good. But then you wanted to test them out for 7 days, right? A year, and then sometimes 3 years into it. And then things sometimes kind of change. Maybe you change, maybe your business change, maybe is something that's just not aligned. There's going to be a lot of trial and error into it. And truth to be told, I'm really in the business of hiring. The reason why Amazon become the best, one of the things that, Jack was talking about is that they constantly looking for the right people, and they will fire the top 20% who are, they call it the dog. They are really good at what they do, but they always bark. So they're not necessarily a team player, but they're go-getter, but they're not team player. But Amazon, they want it to be more team player. And then they will fire the bottom 10%, which they call it the rabbit, which means that they are super cute, but they poop all over your yard and they don't do anything. So what they do is they constantly fire the top 20% and the bottom 10% and then keep the middle 70% until to a point where they couldn't fire anything on the top and anything on the bottom. Then they know that they are in the A-player system. However, in order for you to do that, big piece that I wanted to share with you is obviously the system. The onboarding system got to be nailed down. And that is actually one thing that I am redoing for my company, which is the system. How is your onboarding? The reason why it's so hard to hire and fire is because your onboarding system is not good. But if your onboarding system is great, it's nailed to a T, then it's simple because people come in, they're just going to go through all the videos, all the system, all the structure, sign a form, coming in, they're ready to rock and roll. But if not, you or your team will feel tired because every time you're replacing them, somebody will have to retrain them, redo all this work, that it's actually draining. So to a point, it's almost like a membership, like a portal where you get your VA or your team member to study all the stuff that you need them to study, right? Again, you record it the very first time when you train the new people and then catalog it, record it, put it into it. So now hiring and firing is no longer hard for you. And that has given me ultimately a lot of freedom. And people also know, because then people are constantly going to stay on top of the bar, because if they're not on top of the bar, then they know that they're going to get fired. And now I'm not worried about firing people, because in the past, firing people is so hard. And then after I get obsessed with like how McDonald's doing things, I was like, wow, this is easy. It's a system-based business, not a people-based business anymore.